Tengo que buscar ladrones.
A good day for commerce.
Oh. Stay away.
Waste of breath.
Don't touch me.
Vale, ¿y cómo puedo?
What?
Buah, es que como lo jugué la otra vez no me acuerdo. Ah, bueno, igual no hay aquí.
Over to a brothel. You've seen the new waitresses. Be gone, how? Buxom from the
¿Por qué me
land
sale
already
eso
taken by
a la luz? Vamos a mirarlo.
How do you do?
Joder. Buscar a unos ladrones y seguirlos. Armero. Esa es Triss, ¿no? Bruja de armero.
Pardon me.
A ver.
Aid a veteran of the struggle against the Black once.
Where'd you fight?
Angrin early on. In Sedaris last, along the banks of the Pontar. So,
Hay que
help
haberse
me out.
levantado.
I'm looking for the Putrid Grove. Need you to help me find it.
Don't know naught about no grove, putrid or other. Don't generally care much for
Ya,
orchardry.
ya.
This is urgent.
Leave me be, I don't know.
You're sorted for at least 2 days. Just got to adjust the position where they toss the leftovers.
Let us pray to the eternal fire. They may grant our supplications. Eternal fire.
Wine's more expensive.
Eternal
Whores
fire.
Otro mendigo.
Look kindly on a wretched soul. Aid one who last saw nourishment 3 days past.
Ah,
All
sí, de
right.
estos.
Give you a crown.
Crown's enough, my lord. When your gut's so empty, it's stuck flat to your spine.
Could give you more on one condition. You tell me where
Y
you
si no
drop your
quiero dar al tío
takings for the
Geralt, ¿por
day.
qué hablas por mí?
I'd drop 'em with me lady. Serious trouble if I didn't.
I think you take them to the Putrid Grove.
Far as I'm concerned, a king of beggars can stick his crown up his arse, then shove it even deeper with his sceptre. Bugger won't get a broken copper from me.
You're either pretty damn brave or just plain stupid.
What's he gonna do? Break me legs? Let him. Me taking's double. as a
Tullido ganar
cripple.
el doble.
From
Ah,
what
muy
I
bien.
hear, they'd break your legs just to start.
Some coin for me future widow, then?
No
You
sé.
didn't tell me anything.
I don't know nothing. On your way. I've no use for you.
Pues no.
My man's a sorcerer too.
Help a poor fellow out.
Que no sé, busca ladrones, pero... Ah, mira este. Este, el sospechoso este. Ay, ha robado.
More cautious than I thought. Can't get too close.
Truth is, we're already dependent on the Black Lives.
Bueno, no creo que tenga mucha dificultad. Populacho.
Oh, what a killer.
Oh,
Sir, be merciful. Give us a crown, eh? Me mum's sick, and if I don't feed
Sí,
her,
sí.
well, she's like to die of
y yo
hunger.
me lo creo. Yo les
All
voy a
right,
preguntar
I'll give you
directamente.
some coin, but you gotta tell me where the Putrid Grove is.
I don't know that. Keep your coin, I don't know a thing. Move on. Be gone.
Claro, claro. Y para eso me has interrumpido. Se va. Ah, no es este.
He sensed something. Gotta stay further back.
Teeth like full belly, begging to be squeezed.
Ach, Fabian, it's unhealthy, this young wenches.
What can I do?
Le vamos siguiendo bien por ahora. O no. El tipo sale de la ciudad y yo voy a seguir a este, a que le han dado el dinero.
More cautious than I thought. Can't get too close.
Bueno, pues a ver a dónde nos lleva este.
I've had enough of living.
Escupen, qué cabrón.
He sensed something. Gotta stay further back.
Looking to make some coin too, eh?
Claro que sí.
Freak! The dungeon, that's where you belong.
A callar, tonto. Como vas a decirme eso, te reviento.
Best deals this side of the pond.
Estoy siendo demasiado sigiloso, Yo no acostumbro a ser tan sigiloso. Tipo sospechoso.
Once I close this shambles down, you won't see me till next week.
Same shit.
I praise you with all my heart.
Tiki, 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 tiki. Vamos siguiéndole. ¿Va a subir las escaleras? No, sigue, va a abrir una puerta. Pues llamamos a la puerta.
Open up.
¿Quién es?
Who are you and what you want?
¿No lo ves? Un bicho raro.
Take a look. What do you see?
Yellow eyes, pair of swords,
Un asesino mortal.
mutated killer, methinks.
Heard this place was a meeting spot for oddities.
Heard right. Know the password, get him free. Don't know it.
Cago en no sé la
Gotta
contraseña.
contribute to the Grave's upkeep.
Oh, a huevo puedo usar Axia.
Don't know the password.
No digas
Pay
eso.
up then.
¿Cuánto? Bueno, 50 es barato.
Catch.
You may enter. Oh, right after you leave me your weapons. They'll be safe in my locker.
Mal asunto. Ni hablar.
Not in the habit of parting with my swords.
In that case, we must part. Sod off now.
Open up.
Oh, right after you.
Pues habrá que aceptar, porque si no, no puedo entrar.
Fine.
Entonces, es un poco...
Make sure you don't lose them.
No worries. Be waiting for you once you're done with the king.
Con el rey. Wow. Vamos, que no puedo liar porque si no me revientan.
Picked him up well.
Thank you, my lord. The right miracle you've worked. I'd like to repay.
It's true.
Convince those knaves on the city council that spells are not needed on a whim, but positively indispensable.
Uy, ahí va un enemigo.
About time we made something clear, sorceress.
Yes,
Hechicera.
high time.
Me and
Triss.
my men will manage just
Creo que
fine
sí.
without the help of you or any other mages. But you, well, without our help, you're
Bueno, ahora
sitting ducks
estoy
for
yo.
the temple
Ya no será
guard.
tan presa fácil.
Who do I spy?
Geralt?
¿Qué?
Hey, Triss.
Hey, Triss. Pues
See
la hemos
you two
encontrado.
know each other. See you two know each other well. I was curious whether you'd managed to find me, Witcher.
A ver.
Am I mistaken, or you got something to take up with me?
Who knows?
Bien, ahí, buena respuesta.
Man with two swords and the skill to use them could be very useful these days.
Por
Could have
supuesto.
sent some underling to fetch me.
Could have, but I admit I wanted to see how you'd manage. See if you're as crafty
Hombre, soy
as you
súper
are
astuto. Astuto y
well
elocuente.
crafted. See, Witcher, I've got plans. Big plans. Far-reaching plans to reshape this city head to toe.
Ever thought of seeking a seat on the city council?
City Council is a puppet troupe with a hierarchy of the Church of the
Puto
Eternal
juego
Fire
eterno.
as its puppeteer. Until recently, that is, when Radovid and his witch hunters took the reins. The semblance of power don't interest me.
¿Qué quiere? A ver.
A man with a vision.
One day, the so-called free city of Novigrad will
Será
be
libre de
truly
verdad.
free. But before that can happen, we got to rid it of superstition.
O sea que hay que acabar con
Farting
Radovid.
around about the hallowed essence of the eternal fire. Nonsense for kiddies.
Apparently not. Cheering crowd at the execution. Mostly adults.
Pues
Any crowd of rabble will cheer to the stench of burning flesh. But one day, folk will understand the eternal fire's
¿Cómo lo van a
naught but a
entender?
leash around their necks. They call this place the Putrid Grove, but it's the rest of Novigrad that's putrefied. This here's the last bastion of normality, sanity, reason. I'm actually glad someone like you's found his way to our city. Because it will be our city one day, Geralt. Mark my words.
claro.
Yours, plural.
Yeah, mine. And me friends. But that's a tale for another time. For now, I'll leave you two alone. Because I can see, well,
A ver qué
you
me cuenta
clearly
Triss.
need it.
Geralt, I have a lot of things to take care of in town.
I'll be glad to tag along.
Pues a ver qué nos cuenta.
What's your arrangement?
Y
He
aquí hay
using
algo.
you?
Helping me to survive, actually.
No sé qué
6
es,
months
pero...
ago, if somebody said Triss Merigold would be working for a Novigrad criminal, I'd never have believed it.
6 months ago, Triss Merigold partied with someone very dear to her and had to start anew. Hasn't turned out like I imagined. Come on,
Duras
let
declaraciones.
me give you a taste of my life.
Arms for the poor.
O vamos. Dame mis armas.
Madam Sorceress. Beautiful as ever. Damn shame to part.
Don't fret. Bound to be back soon. Nice to hear a few kind words, but my friend needs his weapons.
Course, I got 'em. Said I'd have 'em, give 'em back.
Bueno,
So
bien.
I'm giving 'em back. Here's your junk.
¿Cómo que basura?
Thanks.
Si te corto la
You
cabeza.
watch out for yourself, miss. Novigrad's not what it used to be. Not a city for you.
Ajá. Hombre, pero creo que estando ahí dentro ya se habrá dado cuenta.
I take it you're in Novigrad on important business.
Important doesn't do it justice. I'm looking for someone.
Dun, dun.
More precisely,
A city.
Young woman who's like a daughter to me.
her. Here. No, impossible.
She was here. There are witnesses, evidence. Was hoping you'd heard something. You've been here a while. I need you to help me find something, anything, a trace.
I'll do everything I can, of course. Who might know more?
Y yo qué sé, no conozco a nadie. A ver, ¿a dónde me va? ¿Dónde es? ¿Es un bebé? Sí. Bueno, Triss, podemos ir más rápido, ¿eh? Ah, mira, ya corre, sí, yo voy corriendo, vale, vale. Mejor. ¿Este?
Hello, Klug.
Klug.
Managed to get those magic incense ingredients?
Sí.
Yes, somewhat with difficulties, you might say.
Klug, no
I was
protestes.
walking along the canal with a sack full of goodies for you. Looked up and spied a trio of temple guards coming the other way.
Get to the point, Klug. No time today
Pues que
for one
los ha
of your
perdido.
long stories.
Porque es tonto.
Wait! A sack full of magicalities and they were coming straight towards me. I don't easily frighten, but I felt a cold sweat on my arse, I did.
Claro.
I'm afraid I had no choice. I dropped the sack in the water. I had to. When asked why, I claimed it contained a dead cat. You shan't believe this, but they believed me.
I need that package, Klug. I've got a contract.
Pues ahora que
It must be on the canal bed. Luckily, it was heavy enough to sink. I'm sure it'll turn up if you search.
¿Y por qué no lo has buscado tú luego?
You expect
capullo?
me to pay you, then dive for my goods into that ice-cold filth?
Uf, vale, ya lo haré yo.
I can
No
do
es el que
that.
la mate.
Where'd you toss the package?
Near the crane. Second bridge in from the harbour.
Cerca.
I didn't expect such devotion.
Wanted to freshen up anyway. Let's go.
Claro, es que ya a Geralt le toca
Yeah, that-
bañarse.
They've come for us.
The fool didn't break until I began to prick his heels.
Every man's got his sensitive spots. Interrogated a mage once. Pain couldn't touch him. Tore off his fingernails, crushed his bollocks, nothing.
Qué bien, destrujo.
Turned out, he was devilishly ticklish. I placed a beetle on his belly and set a mug atop it.
Qué cabrones.
Damn, you went mad.
We were lucky this time, but you'd best leave via the sewers. The trapdoor's in the floor.
Take care of yourself, Klug.
Ánimo, Klug. Pues esto voy a sacar. Porque ha sido
Lucky this
tonto.
time, but you'd best leave via the sewers. The trapdoor's in the floor.
Que te calles, que te estoy sacando, hostia. Es que no puedo ya sacar con calma. Si todos estos no van a entrar hasta que me vaya. Un huevo. Cazo. Tú sabes. Las piras de... Ah,
Come on, come on.
dentro de un sumergido. Bueno, Triss fijo que pega golpes guapos. No sé, supongo.
There's a draft. Should be an exit here. Klug wouldn't have sent us here.
Sí, pero estoy looteando, por favor. Por favor, Triss. Que hay un pasaje, vale. He encontrado ya con mi visión dónde está el interruptor. O sea que ahora lo pulso. Pues que he logrado cosillas, hay que ver lo que he logrado. Gambesón de Speakerhook. Y esto que no me vale de nada. Vale, perfecto. Alquimia, puedo hacer alguna bomba así. Bueno, me creo eso. Not bad. Bomba de dimerita. Vamos a crearlo. Bomba de dimerita mejorada. Eso me viene de luz. Vale. Pues nada. Vamos a pulsar el...
Free city of Novigrad. Name actually used to mean something.
The very reason so many mages came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovid's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying pan into the
Con la espada igual
fire.
me ataca.
But Novigrad stands on top of a mountain.
¡Ay, justo
Judging
para
by
ahí!
what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom. Unless the poor man was mistaken. He's been forgetful ever since Manga interrogated him. Seems to be
Ay,
suffering
ay,
from a persecution complex,
O sea que ya
too.
lo pillaron y está loco. ya.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Por supuesto que sí. A ver, por lo que ha dicho este que iría hacia el mar... Joder, ¿hay cosillas? Bueno, me voy a hinchar. Me voy a hinchar a cosillas, Me han hecho una puerta, parece. Sueño de Dagro. De Dagro. ¿Ya? Qué fácil, ¿no? Uy, perdón. Papá. Leído. A ver, creo que tengo todos leídos los que hay aquí, pero por si acaso. Vale, pues vamos con Triss, que está ahí esperando. Buen bañito, el agua está rica. Clima perfecto para bañarse en la playita esta. O sea, ¿qué más se puede pedir?
Find the parcel? Or did you get wet for no reason?
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal. Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat. Oh, and this.
Pero no sé.
Package. Hope the contents aren't soaked through.
No,
Oh,
no
you're a
sabrá
doll.
mejor.
Seem to be in your element.
Still remember my elements? How I use them?
Come on, 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That can stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone's been taking advantage of me.
I have, for one.
I've never even intimated.
We need to hurry.
Yo te sigo, Triss. O sea que guíame.